Well, hello and welcome to episode 21 of A Little Bit of Positive Balance in an Uncertain World with Therapy Ted and me. Now, today I've done a little bit of work beforehand because that was indicated, and it's come up with something that Boris Johnson said yesterday, actually, which really touched my heart, and something I wasn't aware of. Apparently, the Prime Minister actually thanks somebody, I think it's on a daily basis, for being a point of light. And I just thought this was such a lovely phrase, a point of light. So today's balance is going to be around, are you going to be a point of light today? Or who in your world is a point of light for you that you could say thank you to? So that's what that's what the balance is going to be around today. And it's been quite interesting. I've had to come up with a couple of bits and pieces already. So we'll be going through those as the balance progresses. So the first thing we need to do is that to actually decide on which balance we're going to use. Yes, okay. So is this a quantum balance? It is. And are there going to be cosbats to hold the emotional stress release points? Yes. 2, are these going to be on the body? Yes. Are they going to be on one of the chakras? Yes. Are they going to be on the root chakra? No. On the sacral chakra? No. On the solar plexus chakra? As we've said before, this is a lovely yellow color. This is to do with your immune system, but it's also to do with your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. So let me just make a note of that. Okay, so are we now going straight into harmonics? No, we're not. We're going into what we've had to put in place beforehand. Okay, so the first thing we had to that we're putting in place is that this remedy? No, it's the color. Okay, so we actually have the color black, which I find really interesting because this is about finding richness from the dark night. So that is the color black. Okay, it's actually quite a pretty picture. And the notes say that black is a color of protection, strength, and retreat. It's also a gateway to new experiences and a test of strength and resolve. And I think all of us, as we're moving into another weekend and looks like another week of staying at home, for those of us who are staying at home, then we do need more strength. We do need resolve. So it goes on to say, many people experience the dark night of the soul in order to gain wisdom and emerge for the better on the other side. Black dissolves the old so you can welcome the new. So this is about giving yourself permission to connect with the black so it can guide you to the gifts that lie in the shadows. So that's the first thing. The second thing was a karmic essence. It's actually one of the Trinity essences, which is the bridge between the Bach flower remedies and the full karmic set. And it's geranium, and that's bringing in the light. Okay. And geranium, it's a lovely picture, which I will show you. Okay. And this is about, it says, for those in the dark and the gloom, but recognizing the need to contact their spirituality. And then she goes on to say, each of us carries a light deep within our hearts, a sacred space where there is eternal peace, joy, and happiness. When we have built up many layers of doubt or fear in our lives, it can be difficult to know or feel that place within us. How do we start to experience it? Meditation is one of the best ways that helps you reach that centeredness and the inner calm. And these balances are in a little way like meditation, because we're going within, we're being calm, we're being still, and you're focusing either on your breath, or if there's a thought, you're focusing on that one thought and just allowing everything to just pass by. All the thoughts that are coming in, we're just allowing them to flow, which is very similar to doing a meditation, whether it's guided or your own. Using the essence made from this beautiful bright red flower can help to bring you closer to the inner sanctum of light, or at least the knowing of it, for in truth it is already there, a part of you as yet undiscovered, but eternally waiting. So I think that's a really lovely one to have at this time. And the third thing I've just knocked off, so let me just grab that. And it's actually a remedy. It's actually something called Histosine Plus. Now, I've double checked. None of you need to take this on a daily basis. This is purely for today's session. But Histosine Plus is actually a remedy which is designed to release, to calm the body down from inflammation. And of course, if we're getting more anxious, we are creating more inflammation. So that's also going to be on Therapy TED. Right, okay. So now let's put some of the harmonics in place. Let's double check we don't need anything else. No, that's fine. So we're going to have the first harmonic is going to be an original trigger, and that's going to be a toxin. No, it's going to be an event. This column, this column, this column. We've got ancestral inheritance. So this is actually going to help release any of those negatives that you might have picked up from your ancestors, which are blocking you from seeing that way forward and that lovely point of light and being that point of light for other people. Okay, anything else we need to know about this? No. Energy permission to move on. Also on this page. So something else in original triggers? No. Triggers that reactivate symptoms? Yes. Okay, so we've got this column, this column, this column. We've got a repeated event. Now this will be different for all of us. And some of these repeated events may be things that your ancestors reacted to, and you are now continuing that reaction. So anything else we need to know about that? No. So this will help clear the most pertinent of these for that particular balance. Energy permission to move on, also on this page, on page 3, on page 4, on page 5, on page 6. We've got survival mechanisms, left-hand column, middle column. We've got suppressed emotions. Okay, do we need to know what these are? We do. How many am I looking for? At least one, at least two. I'm looking for 2. Are they both negative? Okay, and are they on this page? Either of these columns, either of these columns, this column, this column. Okay, so something in here. So we've got something within the first 3. We've got anger. And we've also got hopelessness. That second one just jumped out at me. It was just like, whoa. And of course, if we're all trying to maintain, our calm, our positivity and everything at this moment, if you've got those emotions being suppressed inside, then it becomes harder to maintain that real calm because you've got that all kind of in the background. And I think at the moment, because of the uncertainty of what's going on, those are more likely to come to the fore. So, right, okay. So, anything else we need to know about that? No. Okay. And energy permission to move on, also on this page, also in this section. So we have more survival mechanisms, and we've got sabotage. Okay, anything else we need to know about that? No. I might just expand on that one in a minute, but we'll get the balance in place first. Okay, energy permission to move on, also on this page, on page 7, page 8, page 9, page 10. So Tuesday's was a very physical balance, and this one isn't really physical at all so far. Left-hand column, middle column, so something we've got repeating events. So I was sort of saying that when we had those triggers, repeated events, that it might be coming from ancestral. Well, obviously some of it is because we've got an ancestral repeating events as well. So we'll just put that one in place. Okay, energy permission to move on. Also on this page, do we have any more harmonics? No. Okie dokie. Right, so we have all of these here, and we have Therapy Ted ready to go. Lovely. Right, okie dokie. So this one is good to go. We will actually put some music on, but I want you just to sit back. If you're not already really relaxed, relax back and just feel all of those harmonics working through you and removing all of those bits and pieces that just are not giving you any value anymore, but are just kind of baggage that we can just get rid of. And so I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes just to think about that, and also, to feel that, but also to think about that point of light. Are you a point of light? And just let that thought just float through your mind. Be aware when you feel your body relaxing. If you can feel any sensations, any kind of fizzing or buzzing as the harmonics spiral through the body. I want to just have a quick word about sabotage. Obviously, most of you who are clients may have had this come up before, so I will have explained this before. But sabotage is anything that the body does. It's not really the body, actually. The mind gets you to do, which actually sabotages the whole of you. Now, the most simple thing to look at this is with obviously the food and the drink that we consume. If we seriously asked the body whether it wanted that chocolate bar, the body would say no, because it's predominantly sugar, unless it's something really healthy. You know, if it's your average Cadbury's, the body would just say no, but we still eat it because the mind is saying, oh, yum, and the taste buds are going, but that tastes so lovely, because we do have a prehistoric almost addiction to sugar, because sugar used to be so rare. So when we found sweet foods back in the day, sort of caveman and from there on in, we would eat a lot of it because it was something that it was very rare. We didn't get it very often. Unfortunately, there's a lot of sweet in our society now, and we haven't quite readdressed that craving for sweet things. So sabotage can be physical. Maybe we don't exercise enough, and we know it would be better for our bodies if we did. Maybe we don't consume the right kinds of foods, but it can also be emotional. It can be that you have a way of being which is more destructive. Maybe you overreact to certain things. Maybe you have a lot of fears running. And there's lots of things in there which can cause you to sabotage your health and your ability to be calm. Whereas if you can let things go a bit more, you can let things drift, even things that aren't very nice, or I'm not condoning letting any kind of abuse go. That's not that, but things that maybe you perceiving are being more personal than maybe they are. If you can kind of let those go, then life can be calmer. So just go back to thinking, are you a point of light today? And if you don't feel you have been up till now, well, unless this is 1 minute to midnight, you've still got time to be a point of light. Remember, we always work on ourselves first. well, actually, we only work on ourselves. It's only by being a good example that other people will change their behaviour. We can't make other people change. So work on yourself, and hopefully other people will follow. Okay, this one's coming to an end now. If you feel like giving a big sigh, and just do that. Just notice how much calmer the body might be feeling, how much more relaxed it might be feeling. And Therapy Ted is done here. Right, is there anything else that we need to do before we close? No, okie dokie. So I hope you have a great weekend, and just keep coming back to that. Are you a point of light, and how can you be a point of light? And I will see you next Tuesday. And that's it from Therapy Ted and me, and our little bit of positive balance in an uncertain world. If you want to make sure you get more of these, just make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell. Okay, thanks very much.